On the night of the 1st of March in 2002, Andrei Sevgneyev had a vision of the Tsar Martyr, who showed him the future. Trying to fulfill the order of the Tsar, it means to tell everyone about the vision. He told everything to his confessor, priest Andrew Kovrizhnych from Ryazan diocese. And the priest, in his turn, asked me, as a journalist, to prepare the material. Andrei Sevgneyev is a 45-year-old man. He is a former soldier of airborne troops. He participated in wars. Shortly before the vision, he outlived his own clinical death. It should be admitted that though Andrew worked in a church, he wasn't a worshipper of the Tsar Martyr. And maybe he saw this vision for realizing and changing his attitude to the Tsar Martyr. One day, after intense working days in the church, he went home and fell asleep, and had such a vision. It was in the suburbs of a big city, in an old manor with a veranda, where I appeared. The Tsar's family had frugal meal. Their faces were pinkish bright. Their clothes were very clean, mended in some places. They were white. The Tsar's family talked very touching and quietly in a foreign language. When they had understood that I didn't realize anything, they started to speak Russian. I remember that the Tsar wore a military uniform without rating badge. The emperor got up, came to me and talked to me like to an old friend. Remember everything that I will tell you. Write it down and tell it to people. That is what will be with Russia. He stretched his hand, and I saw a horrible picture from which my consciousness bifurcated. One part of it stayed in veranda, and the second became the participator of all that nightmare. A distracted city, lines for bread, tents and filled kitchens where was nothing except canned food, hard biscuits and skilly. Ruins, ashes, stench and corpses were everywhere. Military men went with guns. All the products were under the state's control, especially vodka. I remember vodka because it was a universal panacea. It was the main value, the mean for closing mouths of despaired people. Military men controlled the whole situation. They were the masters of that chaos. Their faces were cruel and spiteful. They looked like demons, but not like people. I was afraid when I understood that there was no way out. It was a hopeless, inevitable and very close to us situation. It was a harbinger of the end. The whole our nation was oppressed. When I stuck to the Tsar, he stood near, as though he protected me from the danger. He told me that terrible tortoise would fall to lot of Russia. He told me that we are on the brink of the end. Then he added, "Tell everyone that we were tortured before death." I should note that there were no hints about the revival of Russia. On the contrary, the emperor told, "Leave big cities, only death will be there." Thus he radiated bottomless love and calmness. Also, I understood that there was a military dictatorship, what is natural for the beginning of acts of war. No one told it to me, but I can say that I felt the eternal cause of the tragedy. It was a military coup d'etat, and as a result, the oppressors and persecutors of the orthodoxy, anti-Christians, came to power. Then it was shown to me how my family will be rescued. We all were in a sinking boat, and at the last moment I told, "Go on the water." And we went on the water to a separate island, where something similar to a monastery was. The Tsar pointed that we should go to distant deserts, monasteries, hard-to-reach places, where we should unite in small communities and together save our souls. It's the way for all orthodoxies. As Apostle Peter followed the Savior without hesitations, without the fear of danger. Each of us should go on water with his cross and help others. Here's such an amazing story. Of course, people who give the priority to material welfare won't like it. It doesn't contradict our expectations of the renewal of the Orthodox monarchy in Rus. But we should understand that it will be possible after described trials, when, as Saint Seraphim of Sarov predicted, everything will end by the accession of the Antichrist over all countries of the world except Russia, which will unite with other Orthodox countries and will be like an ocean which will aid other terrestrial tribes. And it is as true as twice 2 is 4.